Hello, everyone. Welcome to the conversation. I'm Dr. Joan Coleman, and this is the conversation with Dr. Joan and friends. And I'm with my friend Gabi.
Hi, Gabi Johnson from fitfabandwelltube.com.
And Cathy.
Hi, I'm Cathy Wdowiak of heartnsoulpilates.com.
Donna is out for these series because she's feeling well. So Donna, we send her love and we hope you feel better soon. Today, we want to talk about a very dear subject close to our hearts, and that's Mother's Day. A lot of people, mom, they're not with them anymore, and some weren't raised by their mom. Some might have been raised by someone else. And so, but we want to just honor mothers today. And Cathy, were you raised by your mom? I mean, is she's still with us? Talk about
Yeah. My mom is here. She lives in New Jersey. My family is from Poland, so we're first generation. So yeah, it's cool to have a mom from another country. I feel I get the best of both worlds, getting the culture and a different energy of just like, I guess, I don't know, like attitude, but not like in a bad way, but like kind of seeing the difference of how others are raised here versus a mom from another country, different sayings, different, I appreciate more of the, I think the heritage and the culture and what it offers me here. It's become more of a whole person. I feel honored to be part of a country that is so strong. And I see that in my mom. So.
Okay, that's beautiful. Does she speak English or she just mainly speak Polish?
No, she speaks English. She has a very thick Polish accent, but she speaks English. So she speaks to me in Polish. I usually respond back in English, but I'm trying to get better with that.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it. And Gabi, you too, right? Tell us about your mom.
Well, mom is French, actually Swiss. She speaks French with a little bit of English, but mom was a good mom, very busy, but always, even no matter how busy she was, when she came home, she always made sure that she will give us a kiss goodnight, even when we were in bed already. Just strong ethics, value, the right, the wrong, working hard, but also enjoying, because we did a lot of skiing and things like that. So she always made sure that we had a full, complete activity and life, even if she was very busy.
Yes, moms are so special. And you know what's so funny about our group? We are multicultural, because guess what? I'm Jamaican and my mom is from Jamaica, and she's that strong mom, that stern mom. You got to get your education. Make sure you go to school because you're going to be somebody type of mom. Now, guys, did you find it like your parents were more strict with you concerning education and boys? And tell me about it, Cathy. How about boys?
Oh, well, education and boys. So when it comes to education, I went to school every day, Saturday and Sunday. So I went to school for Polish school. I still joke about this with my mom. I'm like, I went to Polish school for 4 hours for 8 years. But looking back, I appreciate it more now because I still can understand it more than I can speak the language, but I could still read and write. And I feel like if I didn't go to school for those times, I wouldn't be able to do so. And when it comes to boys, I grew up with 3 brothers. So I learned a lot when it comes to that. So yeah, I guess just being the only girl was a different, way of growing up, but it was all good. I learned a lot from my mom with the 3 boys too. So
yeah, I'm sure you got to like side eye and who's that guy? No, right?
I know, yeah.
And Gabi is French, so I want to hear about the boys, Gabi, in school. Tell me about it.
No way, man. Well, first school. So yes, I mean, I have two older sisters, so it was no way to escape. You needed to do your homework. I had two big sister over my shoulder, and then when mom came, it was like, okay, did you guys do your homework? And you better had, because otherwise you had chores to do, and nobody wanted to do those chores. So we all did good there, and also because when you're into more the middle school, is like your Wednesday afternoon, you off on Wednesday afternoon, so you better be keeping busy, because mom is at work, but you gotta be busy. In question of boys, well, that came later on in life, because unfortunately, I was very tall, very flat. So, I didn't attract that much boys.
Oh, ooh, you're beautiful now. So I know you get little looks now and then. As for me, being raised by a Jamaican parent, mom, it was strict. And I didn't like school. So my mom would go to work and I would hide outside behind the house, watch the school bus comes, leave, and then I'll go back in the house and make sure I get out before my mom get home, before the bus, to pretend like I got off the bus. And one day she caught me. Guys, I was caught. She came around the side of the house and saw me, and I was like, ah! Needless to say, I was on punishment. So I went to school a lot, but there's times I was just hated it. I didn't want to go, because I was Jamaican. My accent was thick. I got teased a lot. So I just didn't want to go. But she caught me, and then that changed my life. So I started doing what I was supposed to do. As for boys, boys would stop by, but there was a thing with she gives cues, like she would flick the lights, or she would say, Joan, or she'd call my name, and it just was not good. So yeah, like you, Gabi, it wasn't a lot of opportunities for boys at that age. I needed to stay in school. Thank God I did. Anyways, Cathy, talk about cultural differences between kids today and you coming up. You and Gabi could talk about that.
Yeah, I guess culturally, for me growing up, it was like I mentioned, like with the Polish culture, it's very Catholicism is the religion, so Catholic. We went to CCD on Sundays. So I don't know if they still do that today or as strict as they were then versus now. But that's one thing that comes to mind, and just kind of having more, I think we were more disciplined back then. We didn't have cell phones and we weren't texting. God forbid, if you even wrote on the desk at school with a pencil, you got in trouble. So I think the disciplinary is different as well when it comes to the cultures then versus now.
Yeah, much, much, much different. Gabi, talk about it.
Yes. So for us, it was a little different because, my parents lived in New York for quite some time. And so my older sisters spoke fluent English. As for me, I was a tiny little baby when we went back to Switzerland. So I didn't have the same hurdle. But culturally, so we looked different, at the opposite of you, Joan, who came from Jamaica and looked different, but we looked different because we came from America to Switzerland, and our, dress were different, the hair would, all, and the language was different. But culturally, I believe that in Switzerland, it's very family oriented. So, family really tied up together. So if your mom is busy, your cousin or the grandma or the sister, will come and help and make sure that the kids are taken care of. So yeah, it's much more of a nucleus family orientation, I think, and also because it's different. We all live on top of each other over there. Here it's big, it's spread out. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, there is a big cultural difference. And But today, people migrating to the U.S. or immigrants, they take on the American way. So we're kind of losing that a little bit. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how great mothers are. And if you are a mom, or if you raised some kids and you took care of kids, even if you're the neighbor down the street that watched all the kids that came out to get ice cream and stuff, we thank you. We honor you today, and happy Mother's Day. I know this segment was a little long, but we had to celebrate you and talk about, mothers. So thank you, mothers. Thank you, those who act like mothers. Thank you, those who aren't mothers yet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am Dr. Joan Coleman, and I'm with my friend Cathy.
Cathy Wdowiak of heartnsoulpilates.com.
And Gabi.
I'm Gabi Johnson from fitfabandwelltube.com.
And thank you for watching the conversation. See you next time. Bye.